still just mosey along this track. It's a bit of a slow run. She gets pretty rough and shaly in places, and there's a few creek crossings, but it's magnificent country. I mean, just look at that. I mean, the video probably doesn't do it justice, but it's absolutely stunning and very remote. Yeah, so there's a bit of an old relic over here too, just off the creek line along here, and we'll have a look, but I'm just very careful where I'm walking around here. The old spin effects and Joe Blake's and not the artifacts I'm talking about. So we got this old, look at her, this old, what is she, old E.H. Holden. But, and it's got a cross here, and it says in loving memory of our mum and brother Muriel and Michael Voigt, who perished here at the end of 1979, safe in Jesus' arms. Well, possibly they got, maybe they broke down here, or maybe even got washed, maybe got caught in a flood water coming through here, because it looks, I mean, it's not somewhere you drive. It looks like she's well washed up on the creek. Yeah, wow. But from the look of the damage, I'd say it looks like she's probably been washed down the creek. But I'll do a bit of research, see if I can't find some more out. But yeah, wow. Rough times, guys. You know, imagine back in those days. I'll do a bit of research, see if I can't find some more out. But you can see where, you know, she's pretty dinged up down the side. And obviously a fire's come through her, but, you know, pretty dinged up on the panel there too. Sad story, but I'm sure there's plenty of stories that can be told like that out here in the bloody Never Never. I mean, this is really remote country, guys. Anyway, we'll keep moving along the track, and we'll check the next spot of interest out, and then we'll do some prospecting. Trust me, guys, there'll be some prospecting in this video. I'm just having a bit of doing the tourist thing first, because I don't know when I'll be back this way again. I certainly probably won't come down this track again. All right, giddy up. This memorial, and if we look at the date there, Edward Garland, killed the 4th of October 1911, aged 38. That will be done. Edward Garland was a miner here. He aged 38, died in a fall of earth on the 4th of the 10th, 1911. www.graves.org, reference 228. Well, we should be able to look that up and find out a little bit more. Amazing. I mean, tough times, hey, these guys. I imagine it was probably a fall on one of these mines that they're building up here, being so close, and this is where all the mine, you know, the mine shafts are on the side of this hill. I don't know where they found much gold through here, but it does show these mines as gold deposits. So how they worked out to dig there in the, you know, back in 1911 and earlier, how they worked out that to dig on that hill for gold, and they've obviously found it, is beyond me. I'm just being very mindful as I walk up here, but we're heading up to just having a look up on the side of the hills. There's quite a few of these, and we're just on the edge of a live mining lease still, and it looked like there's some live mining a bit further back that hasn't long ceased, you know, work, maybe in the last 5-10 years, and even still looks like somebody comes out and has a bit of a stay. So she's a bit of a walk up the hill. I'll need to take a couple of breaks. It's much steeper than what it looks. There's an old mine cut down there, dig down there, but there's some up on the top of the, or a little bit further up the hill, near the top of the hill. I'll turn the camera off and we'll have a look once we get back up there, because I'm going to be out of breath by the time I get there. All right, hold tight, guys. All right, so we're almost up there. Whew. She's really steep and shaly here, so I'm just taking it really easy. I really can't slide to any danger, but I don't want to slip and do myself an injury, or even more so, ride another GoPro camera off. But you can see, this is here's all the tailings that they're throwing out. Unfortunately, this is still live, this lease, so there's no, you can see there's a car down there. Look at that. There's another old mine site down there. I don't know whether it's still operating. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright, so we're up the top. It's well fenced for safety reasons. But I can't see down there, but there's quite a hole. And I'm not walking close to the edge because I can see that it was undercut from down the bottom. So I ain't walking over there. You can see there's the grave site down there. I'm not sure whether you can see it. There's another big cut in there. There's an entry shaft just up there. It's pretty steep and rocky going, guys, so you know I'm not going any higher, because at this point if you did slip you could go for a bit of a tumble. So geez, they must have done it hard. You know, these guys were bloody crying out loud. They were true Aussies, weren't they? Tough old buggers. You can't beat it. God, the country here, how rugged is it? And this road is, you know, she's well in. Whew. Infantry soldiers' knees won't do me any favour either. Oh, all right, we've arrived at a destination. Day one, prospecting, number one. This is our first crack, so I've found a spot, and I don't know the ground out here, and it's much harder to read. Well, I don't know the ground out here, and I find it difficult to read because it's not what I'm used to, but it's all a learning curve. You know, I'll get us squared away this year, and then I'll come up early next year if it's worthwhile and the gold's as good as what they say up this way. But let's get into her and see how we go, and hopefully we can finish the day off with a bit of gold. Okay, ladies and gents, so 100 metres for the car, 5 minutes walking, and I've got my first tone. I suspect it's rubbish, lead shot I'm thinking, or a bullet, because it's really shallow, but because it's my first scrape I thought I'd film it, and we'll see how we go. So I'll give you a listen. Have a bit of a listen, this fella. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. Very shallow, but let's have a look. Maybe the gold is real shallow here. We'll find out. Yep. I thought it was. Piece of lead shot. Bigger than normal, but that's what it sounded like to me. Ladies and gents, I'm in a little bit of a rubbishy area. The cruise is still only just over there, so I've just sort of worked my way around over up onto this hill and then down over the bank here. I noticed a change in the ground for the better, you know, a bit more quartz, a bit more colour in the quartz, you know, some sith and breakthroughs. I finally got a tone after a scrape, but this is only the second tone I've had, so we'll have a listen. liking that a little bit more. But I've only just scraped the ground. So it's not to say it's a bit of tin or a bit of rubbish, but let's have a look. Yeah, she's the sort of ground you'd expect to see a little bit of gold in it, but I won't take much off because I am assuming rubbish at this stage. Either lead shot or a little bit of lead. Well, got the trusty garters on. I'm thinking rubbish. We'll find out. Oh. Yep, there she is. A little bit of lead shot, guys. Lead shot number 2. I didn't record this because, I mean, I'll show you this spot. It's in like, I'm sort of in a group of breakaways. I got a tone and I thought, well, it's a bit odd. I didn't expect to find gold in this sort of ground, but I did, so I've dug it. And my battery went flat, so I had to go and replace my batteries. But I'll pull the little fella out and show you. It's probably about 0.3. It's a nice little bit, but it's a good start to the day. Try not and drop it. But yeah, nice little bit of gold. Can't complain about that. It's a good start. If I can get a few pieces like that each day, I won't be unhappy. But it's just a start, so I'm going to work this area here and just see if, you know, if maybe it is a spot where a bit of gold, mostly off the bank, I imagine. Mostly off the banks, you know, the base of the banks, and then up over the top again. But yeah, surprised me a little bit to find the gold there in this decomposing calcrete or whatever it is. But it's gold. But let's have a look at this other tone I got. I'm probably only 100 metres where I was. I'm surprised I'm finding it in this sort of ground, but it's a whole different world up here in the Pilbara area. But I'm starting to like it. Beautiful country. Anyway, have a listen to this. So I've only given it a scrape. Could be rubbish, but unlikely, I think, taking into account the location and the rise. But let's have a look. I'll make a little bit of space for me back here, so I don't have to go through all the rock. But let's just give it a light scrape. Let's see what we got here. As it was quite a strong tone. Oh, I'm liking that. Let's scrape this back a bit. Let's take a little bit more of a determined dig, eh? Unusual soil. Just some sort of decomposed rock or something, I imagine. I don't know what it is. I'll have to look it up. It's definitely Pilbara dirt. Well, I'm liking that even more. Let's go a bit deeper and hopefully it's gold. Oh, I'm getting down into some rock stuff now. I might have her out in that scrape. Unusual. Down that stony stuff. That sharp, zithy sort of stuff it is. Oh, it's quartz. Down to some quartz down here. Alright, let's see where the tone is. So it's getting quite interesting. I don't know what sort of ground noises you might get in the Pilbara, or what sort of soil might give you ground noises, but yeah, that's sort of a shaly, quartzy sort of stuff. You know, you can see the quartz in it there, so quite interesting. The ground's not overly hard. I can actually get down in this with my scoop. Let's see what we got now, eh? I've taken a good couple of inches out. Well guys, just going to turn the camera off for a while, and she's fairly deep and it's not that hard to go, but let's get down into it so at least the pinpointer can pick it up, and we'll go from there. It was hard work, but check it. Oh, the old 7000, she does a good job, but she's a nice snug. Look at her. Doesn't feel that heavy though, but let's give it a clean. Nice little bit of gold. Very good, happy days. All right, see you next time. Whew.